Hi, this is Melissa Muir. Today I wanted to talk about the new style of the Potter USA press that he has just come out with. Came out with this a couple months ago and sent one to me, and I've been playing with it and loving it. Of course, you see my original press there, the blue one, and then you can see the new one, and mine is purple because I love purple. Anyway, there are a few little changes that I wanted to kind of point out very quickly. One change that I love is that he has opened up the width of our opening a little bit further. So what that enables me to do, and you can kind of see, it's hard to tell, but it really is, it's a little bit larger. And one of the things that I noticed right away with that is that I was actually able to see my jack much better, not my jack rather, my gauge, when I'm using the jack. Okay, and before I actually had to kind of stand off to the side a little bit and peek around to be able to see my gauge on here. And now when I'm actually working, I can easily see it. In addition to widening the opening in here, he also changed the design a little bit, and this is the reason for the legs that are necessary on this, but he's also made the outer frame all one piece. And what that does is it increases the stability of the piece and also makes it so that it can better handle any pressure. Another thing that I really like, we have our upper platen. So you can see how thin this one is now compared to the old one. Now the old one is much smaller, it's just a little square, and it is bolted into place with our screw up here. And this one is really nice because it's magnetic. So I can come in, pull it out, put it back on. It's very easy. The bolt is still here so that if I need to change out any of my tooling, if I'm using, say, a bracelet former or whatever else. So I still have that ability to use any of those tools up there, but I now no longer have to sit and unscrew my platen if I need access to that. Another thing that's nice is that with the thinner platen and the new redesign, because our press is actually a little taller, you can kind of see that. If I can zoom our back out here as much as possible. The press is a little bit larger as far as the height, and the opening on the inside is also taller, which gives you a deeper opening here between the bottom and the top platens. And that gives you more ability to work with larger items. You can start to do some deep draw. My jack happens to be pretty tall, so my opening when it's all the way down is probably only about 6.5, 7 inches, if that. But with if you had like a shorty jack, you have an opening of about 9 inches. So there's a lot of really good capabilities that came along with that as well. By having the frame all one piece, it became necessary to raise the press up off of the table. It no longer sits flat. You'll see that there are some legs now. These are made out of aluminum, and they are just threaded with a large, you can screw it in with a large Allen wrench. I actually don't have one that large, but another nice thing about these legs is that they are threaded underneath. So what you would be able to do is actually drill your holes into your bench and just screw up from the bottom of your table and right into the bottom of the feet of the press. One of the best things about the press redesign is that Kevin was able to use his material much better than what he had been before. In the same material that he used to get 7 presses, he can now get 10. And what that did is because the cost of metals have been going up so fast and so much, he was able to redesign the press, give you a better press, and not raise the price at all. Any of the profit that he made off of that redesign, he took and put back into the press, and the presses are now powder coated. To find out more about these presses, visit potterusa.com, and to find out more about how to use the presses and see some of my tutorials on the different tools that are used with them, visit my blog at design.kcjewelbox.com. Thanks.